Here we go. Ready? And 3, 2, 1. We're live.
Awesome.
That's it. Simple
Hi,
button
guys.
click. Hi. First of all, I just wanted to wish all the moms out there a wonderful Mother's Day. Thank you for doing everything that you do, and especially to Kazza, the super mom, who is probably the strongest woman that I will ever know.
Aww.
And thank you for being such a good mom. To the baby nuggets.
Brian made me a super nice breakfast this morning and let
did.
me sleep in until 10.
10 a.m. sleep in, and sort of like a kind of hybrid eggs Benedict.
Yeah,
With
it was
a
great.
partial hollandaise sauce, but I did my best. But anyway, yeah, cheers to everybody out there. Happy
Cheers,
Mother's
guys.
Day.
Oh, I
Thank
don't
you
know
for
where
being
I'm
here
from.
today. It's been a while since we did one of these.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
I
Thank
think,
you.
first of all, maybe we should introduce Taylor. Come on over, Taylor.
Oh.
Come on in.
I'm here. I'm hiding behind the screen.
Come on in here.
Let's make sure you're in there.
Hey, everybody.
Yep, there we are. Okay, so this is Taylor from Taylor's Travels. Some of you might already know her, but she joined us in Key West about what? It's been
Almost a month.
a month ago. Has it been? It's
Yeah.
flown by.
So fast.
But we've been sailing around. We've been having fun. We've been doing a lot of filming missions, a lot of scuba diving.
Yeah, we've done lots of diving.
And it's been great to have an extra
Oh,
pair of
it's been
hands
so
on
nice.
board and just help with the sailing
little
and
one.
Sierra and everything. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's been great.
The Nugget is literally like a full-time job for 3
Yeah,
adults.
yeah.
She's like,
Yeah, she is.
Aww.
and today we also have Grace here.
Yeah.
Come in and say hi, Grace.
It's like a whole team.
It's a
of
whole team of people.
Oh, jeez.
There you are. This is Grace from Calico Skies, and if you haven't seen their videos, you should also watch because they're amazing videos. And she is going to be our Nugget wrangler because sometimes the Nugget gets crazy and then she needs to go play.
We're gonna have fun
Yeah.
today, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna be a little baby. We're gonna have fun.
Yeah. Sweet.
But that's that. And so, yeah, today we're just going to tell you a little bit about what
Sorry.
we've been up to and what our plans are for the season,
yeah.
and then answer questions. And I think Taylor is going to be like watching the chat
Yeah.
and
helping with
calling
the
out
questions.
questions and stuff to us. So
Yeah.
she's going to kind of be doing that. And that's it. So it looks like we have, oh, hi, Grace. Hi from the Netherlands. Hi from
Aw.
India. Brian is my spirit animal. That's amazing. Hello from Israel. Hi from Scotland, Sweden, Canada. Wow. There's a lot of people on there. That's awesome. A lot of Happy Mother's Day, a lot of drink nugget. So, yeah, I think every time we say nugget, if it's an appropriate time for you to have a drink, maybe you should do that.
That's the
because
challenge.
The nugget challenge. But anyway, so where are we?
We are in Mexico.
Mexico.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we arrived about, what, 2 weeks ago?
Yep,
Yeah,
2 weeks ago.
And we've been having a great time.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
oh my god, the weather has been perfect.
Spectacular.
Okay.
We've eaten so many tacos and we've had so many margaritas. That is pretty crazy. But yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, and we before this we spent a few weeks in the Dry Tortugas, which was just absolutely amazing. I just fell in
Yeah.
love with that place. We actually went there again right before the sail here to wait for weather, which was a good choice. And we had a
Yeah.
spectacular sail here. We flew like almost every sail on the boat. We flew the spinnaker, both downwind sails. We got downwind, beam sailing, like broad reaching, hard on it towards the end. And then we landed in Isla Mujeres. And we've just been exploring. We went and checked out the Mayan ruins the other day.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And yeah, swam in some cenotes. We're probably going to do more of that next week. Maybe some cenote diving, we hope, around Tulum.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just a good place for us to be.
And I think within a few weeks, we're gonna head to Panama.
Yeah.
We're gonna make the 1,000 something nautical
Think-
miles.
yeah.
sail.
Big trip.
I think it's going to be
Yeah.
about 1,000-mile sail.
Yeah.
And so we'll probably leave Mexico from like this area, and then we'll have to sail quite far out east to get around Honduras and Nicaragua, and then we should land in Panama, and that's where we plan to spend the hurricane season this year. A little bit different.
Yeah.
I heard it rains a lot and it's hot.
Yeah. But
We have
I
our
don't know.
first super chat.
Oh, we have, okay, go ahead.
Leanne
Leanne,
Mustard.
what does Leanne say?
She just sent a little cool emoji.
Oh, cool. Thank you, Leanne.
that's so sweet. Thank
That's
you.
awesome.
Yeah, I don't know what else. What else do we have any questions? We've had people ask about our plans. We could pretty much cover that.
Yeah. Going to Panama, and we're gonna hang out there. And if it feels right, and if we feel like the Nugget is up to it, or we're up to having the Nugget sail, then we'll be thinking about next season, which might be like exploring the west coast of Mexico, or it might be crossing the South Pacific, because Karen never really got to see the South Pacific, and so it would be amazing to be able to finish the circumnavigation in Delos, and also the same for Karen, and take Sierra and see some amazing things.
But that's pretty big decision, so that's for the future.
That's for the future.
We'll see. And then what else? Sierra's doing really good.
Sierra's doing great.
She got a little seasick in the last passage, but other than that, I speak Swedish with her. A lot of people ask about that, like bilingual stuff. So she probably pretty much understands both, which is pretty cool. I don't know. What other questions?
Let's see. Is there anything?
I'm trying to find clues on this. Is pretty hard.
Do you plan to cross the Panama Canal? Yes, I think that would be amazing.
Yeah.
I would love to do that. If it also, like, we have to watch COVID too, because there's been a lot of, the South Pacific is still kind of a no-go zone, especially French Polynesia for boats. And so we're really hoping that we'll be able to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be cool.
Yeah, it's hard.
Any big projects?
Somebody wants you to say something in Swedish.
Hej, jag heter Karin och jättekul att ni är också här och tittar på vår live chat.
Hey, my name is Karen. It's like very cool that you're also here watching our live chat.
Yeah, see?
Nicely done, Brian.
He was really like, I gotta nail this one.
Okay, was there another
So
question?
we've got Leanne sent another super chat.
Aw.
You are amazing.
Oh, thank you.
And also
Thank you,
Ivor Evans sent a thumbs up
Wow, cool.
for the super chat.
Aw,
But yeah, big
thank
boat
you.
projects. Any big boat
Any
coming
big projects?
up?
Wow. So we've done so much work on Delos. Like, when we did all that work in Annapolis, and we literally replaced like all the stuff on the outside of the engine, did a lot of work. We released those videos, and then in the videos coming up, we're going to show like us replacing the autopilot. We replace so it's very exciting. We really haven't announced it yet, but we got a partnership with B&G Sailing, which we're totally stoked about. They've sent us some incredible gear. So we got a new radar, which has been incredible, because sailing with Sierra, it's like single sailor and single parents. Except now we have Taylor, so that's an amazing help. But we found that like our other radar just wasn't really up to the task, and so with this new B&G Halo 20 Plus, we can like configure guards, alarms. It's like really accurate, close in.
It's been like adding another, like crew member in some ways, especially when you're doing it overnight.
That's probably the biggest update that we've made. That we're gonna release a video on this. But so far we're super happy with it, and it's cool. Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of questions going.
I'm trying to like filter through this.
Oh, hi from Iraq. That's cool.
That's an interesting one. I think we missed one live chat that was a super chat from Daniel.
Oh, Daniel, thank you so much.
Do you ever have any bad days? From my couch and my busy life, your life seems idyllic. Perpetual beauty views, good food and adventure.
Oh wow, we have bad days.
Yeah, everybody has bad days. I mean, of course,
everybody has bad days.
We don't film everything that we do. We probably only film like 5 or 10% of what we do. And I mean, we try and film like the reality of it, because I think that's cool. But I mean, everybody has down days. I mean, the other day I just didn't feel like doing anything. I was like laying around watching movies and like.
And I find too, like with Sierra, you don't really know what's gonna happen. So some days when she has really bad days, like I don't think people want to like look at a baby screaming on their TV. So I tend to not like include that in the edits and stuff. And being a mom, being parents, I think it's very challenging, and living on a boat is challenging. So we definitely have very bad days now, I would say.
Yeah,
like the other day, I just broke down. I was just crying. I was like, I can't do this. Like being a mom is so hard, but then
it's even harder on a sailboat when you're traveling around and everything's changing and different.
the next day I felt better.
Yeah,
We're a good team,
we're a
so
good
that
team.
really helps as well.
So there's been quite a few questions asking about would you guys ever sail around Sweden?
Oh,
Wow.
I met Brian in New Zealand, and I have only sailed around Sweden one time, and it was with some Delos followers that invited us out. I would love to do some more sailing around Sweden in the summer. I don't think our plan is to take Delos over there right now, since we're kind of planning going the other way around.
I would love to at some point, maybe in a different boat. I think taking Delos up north, an uninsulated boat, even though that we were really warm and toasty, not having an insulated hull led to a lot of condensation inside, and that was just uncomfortable. And so, if we were to get another boat, I don't necessarily think we need a bigger boat, because Delos is like plenty of space for us, and she sails well, and she's fast, and she's comfortable. But I mean, it's always cool to think about, new things, what you might do.
And then also to add on to that, like school for Nugget.
Yes, a lot of people ask about homeschooling in Sierra. I would love to homeschool. Still quite a few years away. She's only almost 2.
Not even 2 yet.
Yeah, she's not even 2. So it is a few years away. I have no idea where we're going to be. But if we're still in Delos, and I would love to homeschool her for sure. We would need to make some adjustments with our working schedule, because if we're going to be teachers as well, we're already pretty busy.
That would be our 4th full-time job. Sailing, YouTube videos and social media, baby watching, and then school.
Yeah, so maybe we need to make some adjustments there, but I think we can figure it out as it comes. Yeah. But I would love to.
Yeah,
wow,
I think
there's
it would be
over 3,000 people watching.
Whoa, cool.
A lot of you guys.
Awesome.
Hi, guys. That's so amazing. Thank you, guys.
Somebody says they'll buy Delos.
Oh, wow. Okay. Not selling just yet.
There's been a lot of questions about how are Brady and Blue doing.
Okay, so Brady and Blue are doing really well. They actually just, so first of all, they're living in Lake Tahoe, or more specifically Truckee. They're pretty settled in. Brady has a house, he has a car, a truck, I think Alex bought a Jeep, they have a dog.
And a horse, I think.
A horse. They have 3 sailboats, and they are teaching sailing lessons on Lake Tahoe.
And I think they're loving it.
If you're interested in that, check out Cruisers Academy. So Cruisers Academy is their Instagram, and you can search on that. I think their lessons are already booked out until August, though.
Oh, okay.
But maybe there's some later on in the summer. They also just did a trip to the Galapagos, so they did a month-long kind of diving expedition to the Galapagos, and we didn't go because it's just impossible to do stuff like that.
But we saw Brady when we were up in Florida. He came out for a few days and just said hi, and it was really nice. So they're doing really good.
Cool.
Yeah.
What advice would you give for people who are newly getting into sailing?
Get out there in any way you can. Like I say, even if you're planning, I want to cross the ocean, dinghy sailing is not a bad idea. Anything to get you out on the water, I would say. Yeah,
I guess my one piece of advice would be sometimes that first of all, you could always think that your boat will never be ready. And I've seen a lot of people sit and consistently work on their boat and try and make it perfect. And at some point, you just have to have some confidence in yourself and your boat, and then you have to go out and you have to go sail, because that's really truly the only way that you'll know what your capabilities are and earn trust. And I'd say doing short passages, some day hops at first, and then maybe do an overnighter to build your courage up. Go from there. What I did is I went with an experienced crew, so I first of all joined a racing team, which was super helpful for me to learn. I raced for a couple of years on that boat, and then one of the guys on that boat ended up buying a cruising boat for his family, and I helped him deliver it from Hawaii to Seattle, and I learned so much on that trip.
Yeah.
That was before I sailed Delos, and so.
And I mean, I had never sailed before I met Brian, so for me it was.
Now look at you.
No, but and just to sail Delos for so long, and then when we came into the Philippines, we did some dinghy sailing. And that was I understood things in a completely different way, handling such a small boat, and every wind puff was oh my God, it's so cool. So that was really cool for me too, to go the other way around.
Yeah, but you just get so much more feeling from it.
Sweet. I think that answered that one.
I've seen a lot of questions about if we got the vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
No.
no, not yet.
So before we left Florida,
We
the
tried.
age was still 60 and up.
Yeah.
And then after we left, about a week and a half after we left, they dropped it down to 16. And so
You just missed
we were
it.
not able to, but we're pretty isolated anyway.
Yeah.
We kind of mostly stick to ourselves on the boat, and when we do go in, we're super careful, like we've been doing for the last, God, has it been over a year now?
I know.
When will this be over?
Yeah.
And so no, but if
But-
we have the chance, we definitely would.
Maybe in Panama?
Maybe in Panama, or maybe we're hoping to fly back and see family, like in Sweden especially, because we haven't seen more and more in since we left
I know.
a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
And then maybe I can do it in the U.S. on the way or something.
Mhm.
We'll see about that.
Also, a lot of questions is how is Lisa?
How is Lisa?
Lisa is good. I spoke to her the other day on little messages back and forth, and yeah, we miss her a lot. And hopefully, I mean, she was supposed to come out a year and somewhat ago before
Yeah.
COVID, and then COVID happened, and it was impossible. So
No.
hopefully, cross our
I'd love to
fingers.
sail with Lisa again.
I know.
Yeah.
We miss her a lot.
I saw a question about the satellite.
Oh.
How's the satellite been treated?
The satellite is a lifesaver.
Game changer.
A game changer, lifesaver. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's absolutely amazing.
So it's by Viasat. So it's Viasat, maritime.viasat.com. It's a pretty robust setup that we have. What we have should actually go on like a cruise ship or a cargo ship. We're kind of doing a special test for the team as a proof of concept to see if it works, and then if it does, they're hoping to be able to roll out kind of like smaller packages that are more cruising boat friendly.
Yeah.
But I mean, all the details that you need are there on maritime.viasat.com. It basically gives you broadband access anywhere, and so it's a great service. And I mean, even in the middle of the ocean, we still have 100 megabit per second download connectivity, which is
I would say like the places that we've gone to like doing the work that we do, having to be online and having to upload videos and stuff like that.
We are uploading hundreds of gigabytes of stuff like every month.
We just wouldn't be able to, like, for example, have been in the Bahamas for so long or be in the Dry Tortugas for so long and stuff, because it's just. And then I remember us, we even in Brazil, like, took into a hotel for 2 days just to sit there with our laptop and upload a video, and it took 2 days.
Yeah.
And just, the thought of sitting in an internet cafe for 12 hours with Sierra does not sound very fun.
Even here in the marina, we're not using the marina Wi-Fi because the satellite is actually more reliable and faster. So that's kind of funny.
It's amazing. Okay,
Yeah.
got more?
So after the craziness in the Chesapeake last time, do you feel like if you can sail there, you can sail anywhere?
Whoa, I don't know. Like, yes, the whole northeast of the U.S. was like a real wake-up call. I don't know if it was we just stayed too late and we're sailing in the winter, but we've seen some serious conditions all over the place. And I don't know, I never saw so many 40, 45 knot squalls, like, except for the Indian Ocean.
Yeah, I would say
Indian
if
Ocean
you
is-
can cross the southern Indian Ocean, you can probably sail anywhere.
Yeah. But the northeast is no, like the coast of New England is no joke, especially during the winter
But the
time.
thing, though, I feel with it is that it was but we could. I mean, you can also like tuck into a lot of places.
Yeah,
Like
around
that's what
anchorages.
kind of makes it a lot safer than like Indian Ocean, where you're just like, wow, there is nowhere to go.
But
Like, you're
lows
on your own.
are coming through like every couple days,
Yeah.
right? And so we had to find these weather windows when we were either, hopefully wind from the north or no wind.
Yeah.
So,
But we were a bit silly and we did stay too late.
Yeah, we did. We stayed in Maine until October, like the middle of October, which wasn't good.
So it was kind of our fault.
How long will Taylor be on board?
Wow.
Well,
Well,
Until Panama.
until
Yes.
Panama.
That's the goal.
Yeah, so
Get to Panama.
Taylor's going to sail to Panama with us, and then what are you going to do? You're going to go home, visit your family,
Yeah.
see your friends?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, let's see what we've got here.
How did you meet each other?
Oh.
Wow.
Us?
Yeah, well, it'll be
Oh.
us. Or I wonder if they mean Taylor or us. Probably us.
I think your story is more interesting.
Let me-
Well,
Well, we met in New Zealand. I was studying landscape architecture in Australia,
mhm.
and Brian just got into New Zealand with a boat, and I happened to go on a holiday. I mean, the story is pretty
We'll do the
weird.
abbreviated version.
I thought it was a drug dealer.
And Brady was working in a Mexican restaurant,
Yeah.
and Karen and her hot Scandinavian friends rolled in, and like they started giving him a bunch of margaritas at the Mexican restaurant, and somehow convinced him to come back to the boat for a party, which they thought that they never should do.
Yeah.
And then I invited Karen to come sailing for the weekend to an electronic music festival in Waiheke, just outside of Auckland. And then she missed her flight back, and her mom called and said, "Are you okay? Like, is everything going
I
on?"
met this boy.
And
She's
she
like,
met a
great.
man boy.
Uh-oh.
And here we are.
Yeah.
It's been an amazing weekend.
Never really knew that people like lived on their boats and sailed around the world. It was kind of it didn't. I don't know if it surprised me, but I was like, this is actually really cool. Like, I love this, and I kind of like Brian too. So
Aw, thanks.
that's it.
And we met through a mutual friend
Oh,
yes.
at dinner.
So
Cover that
exciting.
story.
we
as
were having dinner with our great friend and patron Jeff from Annapolis that we've hung out quite a bit. He sailed his boat down to Florida, and we were having dinner in, where was it, Hollywood?
Yep.
Close to my dad's place. And then
Mhm.
he had invited Taylor along, and then we were there, and we just started chatting with Taylor, and we're like, well, you need to get out of the country because your visa is expiring. We also need to get out of the country, and we're going to sail somewhere, and so do you want to come? I don't even know. We didn't really have any expectations. I thought maybe she'll just sail to Mexico with us. She'll be on board for we said maybe 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Is what we
2
said.
weeks has turned into a month.
Yeah. But so far it's going really well.
Yeah.
We've got a good
It's great.
vibe, super good sailor, really good crew, and we're having a lot of fun.
How's your Swedish coming along, Brian? Can
Can
you say one word in Swedish?
Min svenska skit. Does that even make sense?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't speak very good.
you speak some.
I can understand, and when I spend some time in Sweden, then I start to get better and better and better.
What medical training do you have?
Wow. So besides the standard first aid and CPR stuff, probably the most important thing we did was a course called the STCW 95, and it stands for the Standards Training for Watchkeepers. I think 95.
I have no idea, but yeah.
But that's a pretty full-on course. I know you can get in a lot of places. We did it in the Philippines, where it was a tenth of the price as normal. It went through everything from burns to lacerations to suturing to,
Yeah.
a lot of
It's an
stuff.
extensive one, and it's more. I mean, it's
Firefighting.
boat catered.
It's meant for commercial crew.
Yeah.
It's a commercial crew
So that one was really cool.
accreditation, but that was good.
Yeah.
And then we have picked up quite a little medical kit over the years. I mean, we have all sorts of antibiotics, painkillers, for moderate, severe, normal pain.
We have everything.
We
for
have just about
Sierra,
everything that
yeah.
most things that you would need as far as you could carry on a sailboat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's pretty essential to have.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what happened with the slippery bottom paint you tried?
Okay,
Slippery.
so the slippery bottom paint worked great when you were moving. So if we were sailing quite
The one we
often,
put on in Grenada.
the one we put
yeah.
on Grenada a few years ago
Yeah.
with the ultrasonic system, so the ultrasonic system did incredibly well at battling hard growth. So no more barnacles on the prop, no more barnacles on the hull, those sharp knuckle busters. So that's very cool. What it didn't do is it doesn't do anything for soft growth, and that particular paint also didn't do anything when you were not moving because there was no water flow over the hull. So when we sat in an anchorage for 1, 2, 3 weeks, like we sometimes do between sails, then we'd get a lot of soft growth on the hull, and then I'd have to go down and clean it.
Mhm.
So when we were in Annapolis and hauled out it was almost a year ago now.
Yeah.
It was last June.
Yeah.
We changed paints, and we went with a different type of paint. You can look it up. It's actually not for sale because They're still, but I love it. I love this paint. It has no copper. It's done an incredible job. I've only cleaned the bottom of the boat once in 11 months.
Yeah, it's been great.
And it's been it's been really well. It's smooth and slick like the other one, but it has zinc oxide and God, I can't remember the other active compound to prevent software. But you can check out. It's called was it Magic Anti-Fouling. But the first thing that comes up is a big warning that says you can't buy this paint, which sucks because they're getting their EP approval. But I hope they get approved because if they do, I could highly recommend it. Yeah.
Brian, are you still making moonshine?
Yes, we made a bunch of moonshine. The whole bilge is full of moonshine. And
We're supposed to do that.
And also, I promised Taylor that I would show her how to make moonshine, and she's going to film it for her channel, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So we're probably going to have to do that tomorrow. It's a good thing to do on a Monday, right? Yeah.
Very appropriate. All right.
Love from Portugal. Greeting from Argentina. Wow, all over the place. What's been your favorite place, Kazza?
Wow. Ever?
Yeah, ever.
It's so hard.
Or over the past 3 days.
No. Favorite places? Well, in the last couple of months, I mean, I love the Dry Tortugas.
Yeah, that's our recent favorite. Dry
Recent
Tortugas.
favorite.
Mhm.
Not all-time favorite, but recent favorite is definitely the Dry Tortugas.
I didn't think that could actually exist in the Florida Keys.
I know. It was incredible there, and Sierra loved it, and we were just on the beach every day, and it was so chilled out, and like, yeah, it was just amazing.
Yeah.
So, if you haven't been there and you are in the Keys, you should
Give it a go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch out for the dragging boats.
Oh
We had
yeah,
some-
the anchorage isn't the best.
Yeah.
We actually had to pull a boat off the beach there with a bunch of kedge anchors at night
Yeah.
at 4 a.m.
I think maybe
That was wild.
people charter boats, and I don't know if they don't have enough chain or they don't put it out, or it was quite intense with a lot of dragon boats. So yeah, just watch out for that.
Somebody says they can't find us on AAS. Can we put it on?
Oh.
We're probably out of range. I don't think there's any AAS transponders around here. It's something that we saw, but you can go to, so if you want to, you can always just search on Google and you can go to where is SV Delos.
Oh, yeah.
And if you go to where is SV Delos, there's a web page there, and that will show you our latest position from the satellite tracker,
There you
which
go.
is cool. Where is SV Delos?
What's your biggest bucket list destination left to go to that you haven't been to?
Japan.
Yeah.
I want to sail to Japan.
Yeah.
I think that would be incredible. I love Japanese food and Japanese beer. And I think
Yeah.
it's a very cool culture. And we were in the Philippines. We were going to sail to Japan. And then that was a time before we were really doing okay with the videos. And we
Mhm.
ran out of money. And we figured, well, if we're going to run out of money, then we should run out of money in Malaysia, where it's cheap, and not in Japan, where it's pretty expensive. And
Yeah.
so, I don't know, if I had my dream sail, we'd go through the Panama Canal, we do a big Pacific loop, and then we could come, back up through Philippines, Taiwan, and then into Japan, and then to Alaska, and then take the inside passage back to Pacific Northwest. I don't know. You never know.
You never know.
You never know.
I start small. Let's just make it to Panama. Maybe go to Did the creative board come back?
Maybe we're back. I don't know exactly
Let us know if we're back.
what happens. if we're
Can you check the link?
if we're back, let us know. We just lost everything here, but I think we're coming back.
On the Delos file? Or?
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of coming in and out, unfortunately.
Okay, we're back. People
Okay,
saying
are
we're
we,
back.
we're kind of back.
Are we
Okay,
back?
sorry
Saying
about
you're
that.
back.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Let me check my stuff.
You're back. You're back. Okay, people
we're
are
back?
still with us. People are still with
Sorry,
us.
guys.
They're with us.
We're having some technical
We
difficulties.
just lost all of our connection.
Yeah, the whole connection thingy is left us.
Okay, we're
I don't
on.
know. Okay, we're on again.
Okay.
Sweet. Thank you guys for sticking around.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah.
But it's kind of amazing that we're able to do this from a boat anyway,
Yeah.
in the first place. So, yeah. So what were we talking about?
Sail changes.
Oh
and
yeah,
deck
sales
hands
and
stuff.
is Taylor a good
Yeah.
deckhand?
So yeah, So doing it with Sierra when both of us are needed like up forward is very, very difficult, and she hates it. So just to be able to have like one extra pair of hands that can help, so one person can take care of Sierra is great, and it it makes our lives a lot more enjoyable, and I think Sierra is a lot happier too.
Yeah, and Taylor has still not been able to use the electric winches, so. All the sail changes, she still has to grind everything. Maybe on the next sail you've earned it. And
I don't even know if I need it.
you don't even need it, Taylor. Yeah, she's an awesome sailor. And we've been practicing our hand steering, and we've been talking about boat stuff, and I hope that the stuff that you've learned on this trip will help you on your own boat. That's the plan anyway.
I've definitely learned a lot, for sure.
That's good.
Have you guys ever been in a situation where both of you were totally terrified at sea?
Wow, the most recent thing that was sort of sketchy was when I thought we were gonna run into Virginia and not be able to stop because we have 50 knots behind us on the lee shore.
Yeah, that video that we put out where it was like blowing 50 knots in the Chesapeake, but we had Super Ryan with us, so that was also
Ryan
really
with
nice.
us, which was good.
But yeah, I mean, you might have seen I cried. I was broke down a little bit. You might have been a little bit more.
I was just terrified by the fact that I didn't want to enter the marina in those breaking waves and those seas, and then have to turn into a slip and 50 knots of wind. So we had to sail, upwind basically.
What does it say? Warning there? Is that a good sign? Or?
No, warning is never good.
Never.
The stream bitrate is lower than recommended. Yeah, I don't know. Our internet just suddenly slowed down for some strange reason. Let me see if I can switch back to the other one. Hold on.
Pause.
No data.
There it goes. Okay, we're back again. Well, I think our connection is starting to get a bit wonky here, so maybe we can take. Is there one more question, Taylor? And we'll call it good.
Well, there's been a couple about diving. Said they like the dive videos.
Oh yeah, we are getting our dive on,
and we've got plans for that here.
Yeah,
maybe
so we actually did 2 dives yesterday. We did a couple of dives in dry tortugas. Actually, 5 dives in the dry tortugas. We did a dive off Key Largo, and so we're back in our dive game, and it's super nice buddy boating with Calico Skies, because then when we can go out diving and they can watch Sierra, and Taylor's been watching the nugs as well, which has given us quite a bit of flexibility. And
that's one thing that I didn't really think about with Sierra when it's just the 2 of us. We can't really go diving and go snorkeling together. And snorkeling, I mean, you can do by yourself, but diving,
it's just hard. So,
it's a little bit more complicated.
Yeah, but I love it. I mean, we did a lot of filming yesterday. We went to the sculpture park here in Isla Mujeres, just outside of Cancun, and had 2 spectacular dives. We did a morning dive and an afternoon dive. So.
And we might dive some cenotes.
And we're gonna try and do a cenote dive.
That would be
next week, which would be awesome.
Yeah. We'll see. Any more?
Let's see here. Would you be able to post your homebrew moonshine recipe?
Well,
I guess I can post that in my video.
Yes, so be on the lookout for a video from Taylor on that, because she's going to do that. And also, if you search SV Delos Moonshining, I think we've
already got one.
We've done 2 or 3 videos on it.
We've done quite a lot of.
Yeah.
We also did a lot in the Bahamas.
We did, because the first thing they did when they locked down for COVID was they shut down all the liquor stores. And so everybody in the Anchorage freaked out. They're like, well, we can't buy alcohol. And it's like, well, this is my dream, because I happen to have 2 stills on board. And we're like, what? And so we were pretty much running the stills day and night, because we had, there was 6 boats. So it was about, 13 or 14 people that we had to keep in moonshine.
Yeah.
So, and we need a lot of sugar. It takes a lot of sugar.
But it's cool.
It's cool.
Did the name Delos, how did you come up with the name Delos?
So the name Delos, it was actually named by the previous owner. There was a first owner of Delos that I bought her from, and when I bought her, I kind of liked the name because it has to do with Greek mythology, and it's the floating island somewhere between heaven and earth where Artemis and Apollo were born. And I don't know, it just seemed cool to me. Plus, it's easy to say. It's 2 syllables. It's easy to spell and say phonetically. You just say Delta, Echo, Lima, Oscar, Sierra. Nobody ever says like, what? It's not like one of these long, complicated names to say or spell. So it's a good boat name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Delos.
It's sort of stuck with us.
It's turned into a whole thing now.
A whole thing.
A whole thing.
Sailing vessel Delos.
All right.
What else? Doing pretty good.
So we.
Oh, that was a big wave.
Oh, geez. Big wave coming by.
I think we're pretty good, right?
Yeah. Should we?
Do you guys have any more?
You just got one more super chat from Steve-O.
Aw, thanks, Steve-O. That's so
We
nice.
appreciate that.
And thank you guys all for watching.
Yeah,
It's
thank you
sorry
so
the
much.
connection was a bit bad.
It
I
happens.
think it kind
I
of
mean,
came and went a little bit.
it's amazing that we can do it anyway.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for joining in. And yeah, sorry we didn't have a video this Friday because we've just been doing an awful lot,
Yeah.
and we haven't been spending a lot of time on the computers and editing, and then we were sailing, and then we were exploring Mexico, and so we thought it would be cool just to connect with everybody today. And so I hope you enjoyed it.
Mhm.
And
We have video next Friday, though.
yeah, we're gonna put. Oh, there is a video on Patreon
Oh,
that
yeah.
I released Friday. So if you really want to see a Delos video, you can go to
Plug it.
patreon.com/SV Delos. Shameless plug. Get your video 1 week early, and that's it.
Mhm.
Do you want
Cool.
to come say goodbye?
Yeah, I'll come say goodbye.
Come say
Here.
goodbye.
We maybe got a nugget to say
Nice.
goodbye.
Oh,
Oh,
there they
we'll
are.
We'll get Nugget to
oh, we'll get the
join
nugget
us.
to say goodbye. They're
Here.
coming in.
Come down and say goodbye.
Was she good?
Whee!
Yeah, he was very good.
Was she good? What'd you guys do?
Whee!
Oh, look how happy she is! Ah, look it! I've been outside.
Yeah, I got your hat.
Oh, I love you.
Yeah.
Oh, I love you.
Can we say
anyway.
goodbye, Nugget?
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
such a sweetie. But we, so we're gonna hang out today, and then we're gonna go to, I think, a barbecue at a dock next door.
See where I can play with some other kids?
Maybe we'll go to the pool.
Yeah.
See where you're at.
That's it.
Look at yourself.
What is that, girl? Look, Sierra.
Sierra, you're on the internet.
Dutch.
You're on the internet.
Dutch.
Bye. All right, we love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great rest of your Sunday.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye. She was so confused.
Aw, she's blowing kisses.
Sweet.
Love you guys.
End.
Aw.
Oh, she nailed it.